After a long day's work, let's check out what's new on the Reddit. A guy going up against physical shape limit. I've been there before. Making some scripts. All good, all good. Some shuttle designs. Ooh, a really cool F-22 into Blender. That looks awesome. Wait a second. New block spotted. What's this? Is this a new landing gear block, perhaps? More context. The core systems update. Oh, it's right there. Whoa. We gotta break out our space engineer's powers here. Quickly. Zoom. Enhance. Scan in all the details and import into the game. And there we go! Using a little bit of space magic and a sacrifice or two to Clang, I have managed to manifest the landing gear into the game so we can take a look at it. Realistically, Keen has just given me early access to take a look at this new block. And a little bit of housekeeping. They've given me the update, the DLC, for free. And also, this particular block is part of the paid DLC. So if you want to get this, you've got to buy the DLC. However, we're going to take a look at it, as this block is really cool. Is a very nice landing gear. So, let's take a closer look. And here we are with the landing gear Type 2. This is a smaller landing gear than what we've had before. So where previously our landing gear would be 3 blocks by 2 high by 1 across, this new landing gear is 2 blocks by 1 across by 1 high. So it has a much shorter, slimmer form factor to it. Of course, it comes in both large and small varieties. And if we grab our spectator camera here, we can zoom on in and see some of these magnificent details that they have put onto this block, as it is very well modeled compared to the original landing gear, which is one of the OG blocks. Like, this landing gear over here is old. Like, this thing's been around, I believe, like, before planets were a thing. So this thing is literally older than Earth-like. But with this new landing gear, like with all of the new Type 2 blocks, it has a whole bunch of fine details and greeble that just make it look oh so good. We can go on in here, take a look. Made in space. There's an emergency stop with little F buttons in there. We can kill another little panel up here with a little red indicator light. Head on through the insides. It's all nicely detailed in here as well. These little cables hanging off the back. I know a certain person that will be like, cable! And get really excited about it. Even like under here, little warning signs and stuff. What is this? Restricted area. Oh, it's so good. Now, the best thing I see with this, of course, is it is a smaller form factor. It is a block lower, and it's like, realistically, this landing gear doesn't really stick out into this block space very much, right? But it does take up that block space, unfortunately. I can't put a block there. I have to go out to here. So whenever you tried to mount these on something, you would always have this dead space here, which always really annoyed me. But now, because this thing is right up there, you can mount it with a block right on the end here. So if you wanted to do, say, a slant down, or you're going to do like a beam block or something in there, you can have it be right up against a piece of armor or a piece of your ship or another component, whatever you want, and it can just fit in there so nicely like that. And I think that's going to look really good on some creations that can tuck it in there, especially for the small grid one, because you don't see as much of that. Like if I put this block back on here, you know, there's a little bit of clipping. You can see that the cable there is clipping into that block a little bit. But if you look on the small grid, it's like, where am I seeing this? There, you have to zoom in to notice if there's any clipping or anything silly, and it's just like a tiny bit there, and it's completely fine. And you'll most likely never see it if it's that small and that close. And you could just, you know, put other blocks around it, and then you just have this little foot coming out of a piece of armor, and it's gonna look absolutely amazing when you use it on particular designs. Because we've got a few examples over here we can take a look at. Some things that I've done before is you can use pieces of armor with a mag plate to sort of make these low profile landing gear. And I've done that, say, with my Season 5 ship, the Spectre, or like my Escape from Typhoon. We got the little bit of landing gear at the front with a mag plate to go with a regular size landing gear at the back, so they're all at the same height. But we can see a nice comparison here for this large ship that I have. If I just put regular old landing gear on it, right, it's so high off the ground, and when this thing's flying around, it has this giant 2 blocks sticking out of it, which look horrible. So I'd have to do something, like I'd have to punch my way into the armor, and I'd have to make it like 3 wide in order to put like a regular old landing gear in there in order to make it tucked in. But then, oh, there's all that dead space and it looks horrible. Where what I can do now, where, well, when something you used to be able to do, again, this is the sort of manually making landing struts, and I used to do this, and I do like the look of this sometimes. You've got these little guys. They're so short. They're so cute. And they're just give this thing, it's much more snug to the ground. It's much low profile if they're flying around. And you want to have your ship, you know, not have giant feet sticking out of the bottom of it. I think these would be so much better for that. So I am thoroughly excited about using these landing gear. And oh my god, even more details there. Caution moving parts. There's the little, now that we're in the little bit of a dark area here, let me bring the spectator camera over. We got some of the emissives with the green lights there. Even the little icons here on the piston or whatever it is that's giving off some emissive light. Oh, it absolutely beautiful. But that's all from my little preview. What's next for you guys is to go to the release live stream, which is going to be Monday, November 24th at 6 p.m. UTC. You'll have to figure out what that is in your local time zone, as I am not the math wizard. But go there, watch the live stream, and check out the new update, Core Systems. Oh, I'm excited. See you there.